For your goals to have a long-term positive impact, they have to include goals in virtually every area of your life. Now, as we enter this part, and really this whole lesson, let me encourage you that many of you have seen some of these materials before. And let me encourage you to take them back and talk to some of your team about some stuff like this goal setting stuff that we're getting ready to wade into. Because people, I've seen this stuff since I was 12 years old. I grew up in the motivational sales world. You know, all those people that taught that stuff and have done such a wonderful job. But I taught this lesson, and a 42-year-old guy with an MBA that works on my team with a master's in business came up to me afterwards and he goes, "That stuff, I've never seen anything like it. That's life-changing." And he was just jazzed, man, like he had a conversion experience. It was unbelievable. And I'm like, dude, I've seen that my whole life. How do you get an MBA and not see this? He said, well, I've never seen anything like it. It's incredible. So don't just assume that everyone, because you've seen it, has seen it. I'm always amazed at who hasn't looked at basic goal setting and done that in every area of their life. You need goals in your career. Everyone needs career goals. Everyone needs financial goals. Personal financial goals. Your business needs financial goals. You need spiritual goals. You need physical goals. Intellectual goals. You need family goals. And you need social goals. Written. You need a goal in all of these areas. Now, here's what normally happens with most of us. Now, Zig Ziglar taught this for years, and he called it the wheel of life. As a matter of fact, to this day, if you go to Ziglar.com and you see the wheel of life, you'll see the financial spoke is provided by our organization. Because we've been good friends with Zig before he passed away, and with Tom, his son, Jean, Zig's wife, his widow, and we still interact with that organization. We think they're awesome people, and so this has been taught for years. Brian Tracy taught this. Everybody that I've ever seen teaches goal setting, teaches this wheel and these spokes on this wheel. And what Zig used to say, and I love the saying, he says, everyone has a strength area and everybody has a weakness area. And if you don't work on your weakness area, at least to keep it somewhat strong, basically, you end up with one side of the wheel flat, and you have a flat tire. And you drive a car at 70 miles an hour with a flat tire. It's dangerous, it makes a lot of noise, and it's inefficient. Blum, 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 blum. And your life starts sounding like that and feeling like it's full of vibration. It's unhealthy. And the deal is, you're going to do all of these, or you're going to reap negative things called consequences in every one of these areas. You have to do them. Now, much like we did with the leadership idea, probably you see some things on there that you're naturally strong at and some areas that you naturally struggle with. They don't come easy to you. I have a friend who's really tall and thin, and running comes easy to him. I run like a Chinese bulldog. It's not pretty. And this little Scottish body was not designed for distance running. I run only so that I can eat. I don't really, some people eat to run. I run so that I can eat. That's it. So physical, I'm kind of medium on. I get it all. I get the mental part of it. I work out. I do those things. And I still struggle because I like those chocolate donuts, just the reality of it. So physical's kind of in the middle for me. I got to tell you, financial and career, for some reason, I'm just one of those people who's always been easy for me. I've always been able to make money. Not always been able to keep it, but I've always been able to make it. I was 12 years old. I had 27 yards to cut. My dad said we had junior achievement. Junior best be achieving something. You got to get out there and do stuff. I've always been able to make money. Even when I went broke, I was making money pretty quick again after I went broke. I just had a huge mess to clean up because I was stupid. But I mean, I tried to out-earn my stupidity for years. It didn't work. But I've always been able to make money. Of all the calls I take on the Dave Ramsey show, it's the one that I have to fake. I really am compassionate when people call because I've really been there when they're hurting, and I really know how they feel. And you go, man, he was just smart aleck a minute ago, and he suddenly flipped the switch, and he's really gets those people. Yeah, I really do, because I really remember it. I really remember being scared. But there's one call I completely have to fake it. And that's the guy that calls up and he goes, Dave, I've been unemployed for 2 years. 2 years? That's what goes through my head. What? 2 freaking years? What? Go get you one of those big leaf blower things. Rich people are afraid of leaves. I'll be employed in 20 minutes. I'd be doing something. I do not get that one, okay? That one now I'm not being mean if that's you. I intellectually understand, but I never struggle with that. I always have been able to do something, and I can't get there. And so 2 freaking years? What are you doing, memorizing Oprah reruns? There's got to be something out there. Somebody needs a dog walked somewhere. There's got to be something. Something needs to be shoveled. My goodness gracious. I can find something to do. It's amazing. It's crazy. But anyway, that one part's easy for me. I'll be transparent with you. The one that if I don't write it down, it never happens. It is social. And it's kind of a paradox because I love people. Like I love hanging out with y'all all week and sitting up here talking to people and, sign your books or doing whatever, being with y'all all week. I'm having a blast. I get energy from that. But these social things that Sharon gets me in, where you're standing around going, what do you do? I just shoot myself. I'd just rather not go. And if you want me to wear a tie, forget it. I don't even own a freaking tie. I got rid of them. You have to wear a coat. I don't even want to do that, To a social thing, what's the point? Social. Listen, if I wasn't married, I wouldn't even have any friends. All my friends would be at work because that's all. I love what I do. I love the people I do it with. And, just standing around talking about nothing stuff. I really ain't got, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So, but it's a weakness. I'm not saying you're wrong if you're social. Sharon's really social. She's a little butterfly. So it's wonderful, but I just don't get it. And I have to write it down because you lie. You tell people at church, hey, let's get together. That's a lie. And you lied right there in church. It's like, because you tell people, let's have lunch. You didn't, you knew it wasn't going to happen. Why'd you tell them that? Let's never have lunch. Be good to see you. That's right. That's right. Guy asked me today, he said, can I have lunch with you sometime? I said, no. I do a radio show at 1 o'clock. No, I don't do lunch. I'm not mad about it. I just don't. I eat in the kitchen before I go in the air. It's leftovers usually. So it's I'm not social. So we write it down. We actually made a list every year for the last several years of 10 to 12 people that we actually do want to spend time with them. We actually like them, especially Sharon. But they're friends. I like them. And we write them down and we say, all right, this year, at least once a month, we're going to have dinner with one of them. There's 12 of them, right? But I always get them all done in the first quarter just so I can kind of get it over with. It's like, but at least I had a goal and at least I did something, right? And so you kind of got to do that with your physical as well. You got to write it down. You got to have a game plan. Grow your intellect. Grow your finance. You better be intentional about your families, entrepreneurs. You'll lose them. Because you have a mistress called your business. Be careful. She's an adulterous woman. And she'll take your marriage. Be careful with that stuff. And because we love what we do, and we love what we do, we go whole hog, and we look up, it's 10 o'clock at night, and you didn't do dinner again. And, how did it be 10 o'clock? I can't believe it's 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, honey. You can't do that. You can do that occasionally, but if all you make's withdrawals, you're what's known as in overdraft. So you got to make some deposits in that. You got to balance this thing out and keep the run on it.